Well, we are continuing to track what is now Hurricane Erin. Over the weekend, it rapidly intensified from a Cat 1 hurricane to a Cat 5 before downgrading to a Cat 3. Now it is currently back up to a Cat 4 hurricane. So right now it has sustained winds of 130 miles per hour with a pressure right now of about 945 millibars. So you can see that number over the course of the last week, as we've been talking about, Erin has significantly dropped, showing that it's definitely strengthened. And you can really tell in that satellite image how much organized it is now too. Continuing to move off to the northwest at about 13 miles per hour, it is expected to eventually weaken into a Cat 3 and then eventually down into a Cat 1 as it makes its parallel pass to the east coast. So we're not expecting any direct impacts to the east coast or even the Bermuda as well. It's going to pass right in between and travel parallel to the coast, which means here in New England, especially as we head closer to the end of the week, we're going to be looking at maybe just some high-level clouds as Erin makes a close pass to New England, but no direct impacts from this system. Now, what's coming up next is we're going to continue to see Erin continue to move offshore, and then we're tracking another area of possible development, which currently has a 40% chance of developing into a named storm within the next 7 days. So right now it's a tropical wave off of Africa. It's going to continue to take a path a little bit more off to the south and west. So we're looking at the chances of it impacting the Caribbean and perhaps going into the Gulf or Florida. So that's going to be what we watch next over the next 2 weeks after Erin. So something to keep in mind as we are continuing to get into the busier season of hurricane season. So now we're looking at Erin, and Fernand will be the next name on the list as we head into hurricane season. Now, meanwhile, here at home, we've been dealing with a bit of a dry stretch for the month of August. We haven't really seen a whole lot of rain over the weekend, especially on Saturday in Franklin County. We did see a few downpours and thunderstorms roll through, but not many of those reached Hampshire or Hamden County. So a lot of us did end up staying dry on Saturday, and on Sunday too, very, very hit or miss. So it was a relatively dry day as well for a lot of us. With that being said, Barnes and Westfield, for example, picked up no rain on Saturday or Sunday, meaning their monthly total so far for the month is still just under a half inch. We should be over 2 inches, meaning we have almost a 2-inch deficit. Now, if you want to look at this glass half full, we did pick up some downpours across Franklin County, and they're the area in Western Mass that needed it the most. They're continuing to be on the drought monitor right now, 1 out of 5 on that scale. Meanwhile, Hampshire and Hamden counties are not necessarily in need of as much rain as Franklin County. Still, of course, we could use some rain, but they needed it more, and they got some over the weekend, whereas we did not down here in the Pioneer Valley. Now, it was also very warm over the weekend. We hit 93 yesterday in Westover and Chicopee, bringing our August total for 90-degree days up to 6. Our total for the year up to 27. But now as we move through this week and next week, we are going to continue to see temperatures trending at or a little bit below normal. In fact, as we look at your temperature spread for the next 7 days, our average high is about 82, and we're going to be at or below normal for most of this upcoming week, at least through Friday. And then as we head into the weekend, it does get a little bit warmer, but then we'll see temperatures kind of leveling off once again heading into next week. Your satellite and radar right now shows some clouds, but we will eventually give way to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures only in the 70s today with lower humidity. As we head into tomorrow, partly sunny, not as much of a breeze tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be looking at more clouds. We'll call it mostly cloudy with the chance for a couple of very isolated spotty showers, especially later on in the day on Wednesday. Then by Thursday and Friday, we're dry once again. Low humidity for the entire week. And right now, the weekend, Saturday is looking dry with a few shower chances by Sunday.